Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Faith's Girlfriend series. My name is Faith. So glad to have you back for another episode as we continue with our series, the Proverbs 31 Woman. Proverbs 31 Woman. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please turn on your notification bell. You don't want to miss this series. It's such a great series. I'm also learning so much from this. I'm learning and I'm so excited about what I'm learning from this chapter. So, last week we were on verse 25 where we learned that a Proverbs 31 woman is strong, is graceful, as well as cheerful about the future. And for those who missed the other episodes, we are reading the modern English version of the Bible. Might be a little different from what you're used to, but I find that the English is so easy to understand. Easy to understand, so that you're not saying Faith said. This is the word of God. I'm basically just sharing the word of God the way it is. So today I want us to go to verse 26. It says, her words are sensible and her advice is thoughtful. What kind of advice are you giving your friends, your married friends? Are you the kind that every time a friend calls you, I'm having problems with my husband, you're like, pack up and leave? Is your what kind of advice do you give? What kind of advice do you give your employees, your staff? For those of us who have been put in positions of authority, what kind of advice are you giving people? Eh? When your staff does something wrong and then they're complaining about the boss, do you tell them, yeah, hey, it's true, that boss is so mean? Instead of telling them the truth, you did wrong and you need to change. We need to become women whose words are sensible. When you open your mouth, people even listen. Some of you talk. Even your own husband does not listen to you because you have what we call verbal diarrhea. You talk aimlessly. Even when you have nothing to say, you have to make sure you open your mouth and say something. Hey, be let the words that come out of your mouth let them be sensible. Words that build others, words that encourage others, words that mean something. Don't just speak aimlessly. And let your advice be thoughtful. Let your advice be thoughtful. As a woman, when you're giving a younger woman advice, be thoughtful about what you're saying. Let it be something that helps this woman make a good decision about her future. Okay? Then we move to verse 27. She takes good care of her family and she is never lazy. She takes good care of her family and she is never lazy. Yeah. Woman, are you taking care of your family? If laziness can be used in the same sentence as you, there's a problem. Verse 28. Her children praise her, and with great pride, her husband says, there are many good women, but you are the best. Hey, have you heard that? How many of you has your husband even just ever complimented you for the kind of wife you are? Where one day your husband just comes and says, I'm truly blessed to have you. Not on your anniversary. Of course, anniversary, people say things. On a day, well, on a random day, your spouse just comes and says, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing this. I am blessed to have you as my wife. How many of you? Or what does your husband say when people talk about you? They're like, if he's always saying, wachana na huyu. Or if your husband never says anything about you, there's a problem. I've realized there are three categories of men. Actually, just two. Men who who speak about their wives, whether good or bad, and men who say nothing. Now, whenever a man is saying nothing, trust me, problems. When you're like, how's your wife? Fine. How I heard she was doing this and this. He's like, ah. Yani he does not want to discuss that topic. Hapo kuna shida. So ask yourself, what does your husband say about you? Or are you worried about what he's saying because you know how mean and cruel you are? Huh? If your husband cannot say that you're the best, there are many good women, but you're the best. In his own Kenyan way of saying it. Ama, when it comes to going somewhere, you see the way he avoids going with you to visit his family. Una shida, madam. Her children praise her, and with great pride, her husband says, you are the best. There are many women, but you're the best. So ask yourself, these are those scriptures you read and you sit and reflect. What do you think your husband is saying? And if you have no idea, just get your husband on a day after you fed him and he's relaxed and happy. Ask him, what kind of wife am I? And then, so that he doesn't think you're trapping him, tell him you read this verse and you're not sure what he thinks of you, and if you're doing something wrong you'd like to change. He might just actually open up and tell you, Mama Jerry, you've been doing ABCD and I don't like it. And then you will have an opportunity to change so that you guys can have a better future. So ask yourself, what is your mother-in-law saying? What are your sister-in-laws saying? Forget your own, sometimes even your own siblings. They can be saying things about you which are true. What is my family saying about me? What are my children? What kind of example have I set for my daughters, for my son? Okay? There are many good women, but you're the best. Wow, this is so amazing. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. I think I'll just do one last episode and then we'll be done with the Proverbs 31 woman. I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning. And if you are, please just comment below so that I can know that this has actually helped you in one way or another. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.